We're going to have a 10-minute TED-style talk, which is going to be done by Nick Joseph, who is the founder and attorney of Reside Cayman. So Nick is a distinguished lawyer known for his expertise in immigration and employment law. He has been pivotal in addressing the backlog of status and permanent residency applications in the Cayman Islands. Recently, Nick founded Reside, a firm specializing in relocation services, leveraging his extensive experience to assist clients with immigration and regulatory compliance. His talk is titled, Rights and Responsibilities, Seeking a Sustainable Balance. So please join me in welcoming Nick to the stage.
Thank you very much. Meine Damen und Herren, Signore e Signore, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen. Those were the words that welcomed me to the finest dinner I have ever eaten. Later that evening, I was asked for confirmation of which sauterne I would like to pair with my foie gras. A prominent Russian sitting in proximity to me asked for clarification. Not a problem for the Portuguese waitress who was serving us, who, in addition to conversing easily in German, Italian, French, and English, was able to assist in near fluent Russian. I was in Switzerland, and it was 10 years ago. Would you all like a burger and a bud was not part of the repertoire. Upscale, sophisticated, exclusive, expensive. It was memorable, and like most things of the highest quality, it was worth it. The waitress was a professional. Her training had taken years. She was a migrant worker, and like her Swiss colleagues, well paid for her expertise. Stade is nice. Not her forever home, though. One day she was to return to her native Portugal. The cost of living demanded it. In any event, she could perhaps be more content with her sardines and occasional presunto iberico and port. Never a bud and a burger. But beneath the surface, all may not have been perfect. Had I asked for some Scotch bonnet on the side, some stew conch, callaloo, or a rundown, I am confident the waitress would have no idea what I was talking about. Behind me is my company's logo, developed to represent aspects of our home. Do you see the conch, the catboat, the stingray, something else? It is all a question of culture and perspective. We each have a vantage point, a perception. I am a Caymanian, but my origin literally Jamaican. An analysis of the law surrounding my birth could also lead to the conclusion that I was also born Iranian. Not terribly helpful. I have lived my life in Cayman, but I've seen much of the world. My background, education, training, and experience gives me a unique perspective, and so does each of yours. My age and position now give me the confidence and ability to say what I see as I see it, whether that be convenient or popular. We're here to share vantage points, perhaps even to reassess our perspectives. Cayman is my home. Whilst I acknowledge we are sometimes demonstrably a work in progress, we have the potential to be superb. My bias for Cayman and our people is perhaps apparent, but large numbers of discerning business people and families from around the world, including Stade, are coming here and staying here. The resulting investment and development are all around us. The potential benefits are significant. We feed our rapidly expanding economy with labor from all around the world. That labor, often highly skilled and of the most exemplary character, is invited on a journey. The initial stage is 9 years. Those that wish can remain if they qualify for permanent residence under a point system. Thereafter, most permanent residents under our existing regime will advance to themselves become Caymanian. Our workforce and our ability to attract and welcome and retain the best is key to much of what we have achieved. But we face a risk that, from my vantage, must be addressed. Our success as individuals, as businesses, and as a country must be and remain relevant to the people of these islands if it is to be sustained. Like all countries, we have an economy that requires balance. The government needs income to provide for the needs of the people. The needs, like the population, are growing. Two of the most useless and expensive things on earth are a newborn human baby and a newly qualified lawyer. They are filled with immense potential, but must first be fed, medicated, educated, clothed, and housed. Eventually, they are destined to become contributing members of society, even the lawyers. We eventually create, we earn, we pay fees and duties, just don't call them taxes, and contribute to government's coffers. As we retire, we will hopefully have saved enough, but the trajectory is that many of us have not. And we will run out of funds, ending our time, as most of us started, reliant on government for support. For the system to be sustained, our collective cost to the government, those areas that are below the line, cannot sustainably exceed our collective contribution, the area above the line. But Cayman has a secret weapon: expatriate labor. We do not have to medicate, educate, or feed foreign workers in their formative years. That obligation falls to their homelands. Expatriate labor usually arrives here fully prepared. It serves us and contributes to our coffers, including through the payment of work permit fees, and consumes nothing. Even its health care is paid for by private insurance. Its children expected to be educated in private schools. Traditionally, that labor would leave the islands and return home in retirement, never becoming a corresponding burden on this society while advancing in years. We took the resulting dividend and invested it in many things, including our airline, our civil service, and, as has been said today, our Turtle Center. But we changed the rules of the game. Today, We find ourselves spending on all the things we have traditionally spent on, and more. The realities of underfunded pensions and healthcare liabilities are dawning on us. They have been for a while. We are only now fully taking notice. We continue to attract investors, indeed must, to maintain appropriate balance. However, we are not paying 35 Swiss francs an hour for most of our imported labor, no matter how skilled, at least not as a guaranteed base. We serve foie gras and sauterne at prices like those in Stade, but no one seems to be sent from here to hotel training school in Lausanne, and few benefit from multi-year apprenticeships. Whilst our burgers remain good and we are gaining excellent in patisserie, fewer and fewer of our newest chefs have mastered bread kind or even know what it is. My reference to the culinary industry is convenient. The principles apply across all industries. We achieve world-class things at world-class standards, but is the pace of our own advancement and sophistication pulling too far ahead of our own people's ability to service it? Our commercial aspirations and ambition cannot become disconnected from our permanent population. Dreams of betterment, advancement, and opportunity cannot be allowed to become cast as unattainable illusions. If the Caymanian people are left behind, our march forward risks trampling our future. The warm welcome of the Caymanian people is ultimately the foundation on which our economy stands. There should be no hesitation in answering, who are we developing for? We also risk pricing ourselves out of our own home that many have toiled for generations to build. I believe we collectively have a duty to protect our legacy. With our great privilege and opportunity comes responsibility. Access to labor from overseas carries a reciprocal obligation to not only employ where possible, but also to train and mentor local people in meaningful ways. A culture of compliance is preferable. Enthusiastic participation optimal. We must take steps to empower the Caymanian people. In our quest for exclusivity, Caymanians are the one demographic that cannot be excluded. Handouts do not generate a return. My encouragement instead is for more of a hand up. A hand up will bring multi-generational returns. It is my hope that every Caymanian be equipped with the opportunity and through their toil and with the support of many gathered in this room, be able to achieve their maximum potential and to participate more fully, deservedly, and sustainably in all our economy and community can offer. We ultimately need to ensure that we have a secure place going around the dinner table for our customers, our neighbors, and ourselves to be asked, y'all want a K-brew with your burger, a sauterne with your foie gras, and some swanky with your turkle? We need to get it right. If we do not, in a generation or two, those that choose and have the wherewithal, born here or otherwise, may feel it necessary to retreat to an affordable retirement in Portugal, if that lovely country will have them. I don't really like sardines and my Portuguese is lousy. I'm not planning on going anywhere. Thank you.